Welcome to Born Genius. This week we received Totoy.
I started with originals like back in the day when I started playing music, but being here in Los Cabos and being an entertainer, it came handy to play covers. We kind of did like a little twist of the covers, not playing it by heart, but playing it like I would like.
You would like to see it.
My style.
Yes.
And well, it kind of worked, and people seem to like it. So I haven't stopped with my music, original music. You know, it's harder than
people think.
I mean, it's like besides whether you like it or not, people have to like it. You know, to get your music or whatever. But it satisfies that side of my life. You know, it's still I'm playing. I'm still in a band. I still get to entertain people. So, I mean, the arts in Mexico are very underestimated, even though there are very good Mexican artists.
Do you see genius in art?
Yeah, of course. I think genius is everywhere. The simplest, smallest idea, there's got to be genius in there.
I think that's one part of being a musician, is you think that you have this genius inside of you. What is your thought?
I mean, I don't consider myself a musician per se, because I didn't study music. You know, I just learned it playing it. I think it came naturally. I happen to enjoy music. I don't know if it's genius, but math is in all of it, and metric definitely works with the brain. You know, I don't know. I don't like to think about music like so hard. You know, like I really like to just if it flows, if it comes, and it sounds good, well, then we do it.
I love the way that you compare music with mathematics, because I understand math. That's one thing that I understand. But for me, music, yeah, I can understand the partition and all those things, but when you compare this to mathematics, all of a sudden I had a picture that I could relate.
It's kind of like a formula. Even the writing, it has to be metric, and if it's a poem, or if it's just rap music or whatever, it has to be on certain tempo. It has to be on something that you have to measure. I think it's a science and art mixed together. The art comes when you can transmit to others
something complicated in an easy way.
But to make it, it's the science. It's all about understanding and chemistry. I like to say that we play music for mortal people.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not really technical about music, so that's why I try to simplify music and make it my own style. Mm-hmm. It's so special or so magical when you're in a band and you make a connection. When sometimes the bass player or the drum player cannot go for some other reason, and someone comes in and fills in.
Yes,
it feels different. So I think it's all about understanding, chemistry, expression, also being on time, you know, working like a clockwork.
That's where you see the math in there. What do you like the most about music itself?
I think the way to express myself.
Do you feel the connection with the crowd when you're there? I know that this is, a lot of artists are doing this in concerts, especially because of that connection, because they want to feel this and they become addicted to that part.
Well, it's really beautiful what happens. I think it's called magic, when you can transmit what you're doing to others and connect. And especially I like to play in small places. That's when the magic happens. I think it's kind of like an ego thing with the musicians or artists.
That doesn't exist.
Right now I play almost every night. But even that, I mean, it's my highlight of the day. You know, it's like I'm waiting to go and play. Yeah, to go and play. People sometimes they plan everything on the schedule that they ask me for, like a playlist. You know, we have probably like 250 songs that you can play in 2 or 3 hours. and people say like, send me a playlist. We want to know what you're gonna play. I mean, I do it because it's part of the
It's part of the requirement.
But I really like to read the crowd. You know, sometimes you're expecting a wedding, or you're expecting an event, or you're expecting a concert that happens certain way. But the things that you don't plan is the
best.
Is the best. Read the crowd. You know, read the people. I learned this from sales pitch. I did a little bit of timeshare, you know, who doesn't here in Cabo. Exactly. Every morning they did a speech, motivational speech. I really enjoy that because I mean that was the thing that excited me the most on that job. You know, every morning, hearing like every day's a new opportunity or whatever. When I translate it to my music for the opportunity, because it's gonna be one time. It's not gonna happen another concert. Another concert is gonna be another day, another opportunity. I played a party with Adam Levine was there from Maroon 5.
Yeah.
I get to know him. He asked for a jam. You know, he was just at the party and saw guitar and, do you mind if I play something? I was like, what?
It's like, please, just come in.
Take my guitar.
Where is Totoy gonna end up?
Oh. That's an interesting question. I have done probably 8 or 9 videos. I've recorded around 20 songs, covers, and another probably 10 or 15 of my own. This is immortal.
You play for the mortals, but it's immortal.
It's immortal. I mean, you're there. I mean, it's gonna be forever. You know.
It's one thing that we see is the passion. You're passionate about what you're doing. That is really what desire is. And I believe that's really where genius is coming from, because genius is something that each and every one of us has, and we're not aware of it. But when you embrace it, every single moment you enjoy like if it was your last. As you mentioned, you know, you're mentioning, I'm already there. You know, I'm already doing it.
Yes.
So where I'm gonna be, I don't know. But
right now,
I'm already into the archives.
We don't know when our life is going to end, but I think this moments or what happens with something that is recorded or videos or music, it becomes immortal. Even it's one people, even it's my mom, you know, that's my biggest fan, or my daughter. I'm already doing it, what I love. If you can think of it, or if you can think of something and make it possible, well, I think that's genius.
Totoy, thank you so much.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.